play your way out of being on Hard Knocks offseason.
Learn Chinese, buddy. Konnichiwa.
It's a me.
Oh my God! Now they make the playoffs next year with Sanders as their quarterback.
Steph Curry walked so Caitlin Clark could run. The Cup should go back to Canada where it belongs this next go round.
No, I like to suck on him a little bit first. All this all.
Where was Nick Bosa on January 6th?
Hey, everybody, what is going on? The computer is completely freezing on me. Can't change graphics. There we go. Thank you. I hit the music. I tried to turn off the music, and then everything just stuck. It was a nightmare. The music stuck. I can't scroll. I can't get to the video clips. This is going to be a show. It's a Tuesday. This Craft Brewed Sports. It's old school style tonight. No Mookie. It's just Black and Crayon. I'm Black. That's Crayon. Crayon, how you doing, man?
I'm all right, Black. How you doing?
Goodness gracious.
I couldn't understand what was happening. I'm like, why can I hear both of them? And it'll stop, certainly. Oh, it's not stopping. They're just going to overlap each other all the way through the intro. All right, let's go.
It wouldn't, like, the thing won't scroll. So, like, I tried to scroll up to get to the video clip because I have to scroll through 95 Tulane highlights to get to it. So I tried to scroll up to get to the video, and then it wouldn't scroll. And I was like, okay, let's just turn the music back on until this corrects itself. And then it didn't. And then I was just scrambling. And then I finally got the video to play, but then the music was still going. It's going to be a show. It's going to be a show. How was your sports weekend, man?
It was something. 2-0, baby. 2-0. That's all I got for you. Just 2-0.
Yeah, I had a great weekend of kids soccer, and nothing else happened at all. Football-wise, nothing happened for me. Football-wise, I'm going to pretend like nothing happened Saturday night. Nothing happened Sunday. It was just a great weekend of watching the kids play some soccer. That's all it was for me.
That's one way to look at it.
I mean, I don't have football to watch anymore, man. I'm done.
But at least it happened early. I mean, if it's going to happen, at least it happens early. Now, the rest of the way, you can just wash your hands of it. Maybe just casually care, maybe not care at all. Like, I've been there. Like, it's kind of like this Braves season. It's like, man, if they don't turn this around by, like, the end of June, it's probably a wrap. And from there, I just kind of coasted.
It is really nice to know 2 weeks in, and it was also considerate of both the Bengals and Notre Dame to end their seasons on the same weekend. That was actually pretty nice of them to just clear it out. Second game of the year, just be done. You don't need to worry about football anymore, man. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to worry about football anymore. We are going to talk some football tonight, though. I want to do some sip, chug, drain pours around 2-0 teams, 1-1 teams, and 0-2 teams. That's going to be how we break down our football talk at the NFL level. I've got a story about a Jags employee that I had to double check wasn't Mookie. We're going to get into some Wiseguy since you guys weren't able to do that last week. Thank you, by the way, for picking me up when I had to jet off to deal with my wife's nearly broken toe in the middle of the show. Wild night.
It was an interesting audible.
I listened back to mark the chapters, and I laughed when you guys brought up one story, and you were like, do you know what that's about? And Luke was like, nope. Do you? You're like, nope. All right, moving on. And just
Yeah, I mean, I always read through the rundown. I have a general idea, but every now and then, I mean, there'll be stories that I'm just like, okay, I'm not completely aware of this, but we'll go on ahead and hash through it or whatever, and I'll get the gist of it, or I've like heard of it, but I don't necessarily know the nitty gritty, and it's like, ooh, not the time to not know any of the details on a couple of these.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
That happens.
It's we soldier on. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about we're going to do wise guys. We got to talk about Tom Brady. I got to get your feelings about this. Also, I feel like UCLA is deserving what's coming to them here because of what they've done to college football. College game day is getting some backlash, and we got to talk a little basketball because Peacock is doing something interesting. And then on top of that, we've got a gambling sting in college basketball. It is a crazy week. So we will get to all of that. Before we do, though, talk about the beers we're drinking. So as always, we rate them on Caesar scale, dog or no dog. Greg, what's in your mug tonight? Rated dog or no dog?
Well, we are back on the sours, and after last week when I completely forgot to buy a beer at all and had that whiskey pour, we're just back on beers in general. And I was overly excited because, hey, I found me a new sour. And Urban Artifact continues to come through as they have all year on this sour journey. So when I saw Urban Artifact's Jack, their pumpkin pie sour, yeah, I about lost my shit trying to pick it up and take it up to have it scanned. 7.7. I don't know. Because this is what I was worried about when it's like, it's a complicated flavor profile on pumpkin pie, right? You've got all the sorts of different spices in there, and you got a little bit of a crust, and it just, I was nervous because I'm like, I don't know how but I had faith in Urban Artifact, and we'll see how it plays out. I taste a lot of orange. It's really weird. Like there's like a heavy citrus flavor to it that I don't know really where it's coming from. So yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get behind this one.
Yeah, it's the first one that I'm like, I don't know. But as with all sours, I feel like when they do have these more unique ones where it's like, how are they gonna pull off that? It reminds me of the pickle one where it was like, yeah, okay, that was strong pickle. But you really taste it on like the back end more than anything. Like on the back end, I'm like, okay, I taste like the nutmeg. I see the nutmeg, the cinnamon. I get the spices, but like the flavor, it's like, is that pumpkin pie, or is it just like if you were to scoop the guts out of a pumpkin and just shove it in your mouth? Like that's more like the smell of what pumpkin guts do. That's kind of what it tastes like. Where it's like, oh, this is just raw pumpkin. Yeah, raw pumpkin. So we'll see how it holds up.
Look, you are right, though. There is a major difference between a pumpkin beer and a pumpkin pie beer.
Yes.
Pumpkin pie beer is far superior to pumpkin beer.
Yes.
Pumpkin beer, it's okay. It has its place. But pumpkin pie beer, you get the spices in there. That's the beer you got to go with. Like,
yeah. So right now we're gonna TBA this one. I will let you know at the end of the show. I got 3 of them, so I'm gonna get a heavy dose of flavor on this. But going TBA,
going hard on the Urban Artifact pumpkin beer. All right, Gabe is drinking a Haunted House from Allagash Brewing Company, a black IPA, 6.66%.
We like
ABV.
that.
I see what they did there. He says it's a dog. Cheryl's drinking a Truly Hard Seltzer, little cherry emoji. That's a good choice for the Truly. I like the cherry. By the way, Biscuit said between the wife and Joey B, it has been a bad week for toast for me. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Dorian also commenting, your wife pulled a Joe Burrow. She did, except she dropped a champagne bottle on her toe and didn't get turf toe. Bro, hold on. Yeah, it was... I went upstairs. There is champagne all over the kitchen floor. My wife is on the couch crying. Both kids are on the couch crying because mom's hurt. She's crying and they're scared. They're hungry. There's like food in the oven. You can't get up to get it. It was a disaster.
Did the bottle shatter too? Or
no. Actually, there was still some champagne left in it. It was kind of crazy.
Because those champagne bottles, they're tanks, like comparative to like other liquor bottles. Like those are thick. So that was my initial concern when you had said it last week. I was like, oh no, like because I assumed with all the everything going on, I'm like, oh god, it must have shattered somehow.
I thought for sure she had broken her toe. I mean, it was black and swollen immediately. So then we were trying to figure out how to get her to an ER because it's 9 o'clock at night. we don't have much family around, and like the kids need to get to bed, and I can't like bring them with us to the ER and have them stay out until 1 a.m. She can't drive because it's her right foot, so she can't press on the pedal. She can't even walk. I had to carry her to her dad's truck.
Oh my gosh,
bro. We're good. We're good. Everything's good. No break. It's all good. But man, when you know that dad mode you go into when you walk up to a disaster.
Oh yeah. You're like, it's like one man tornado, and you're just like, all right, what needs to go first? But also, I need everybody to stop crying. I gotta figure things out. Like, that's the first thing. Like, everybody needs to stop crying, and then I can go from there. I can go into quarterback mode from there. But that initial, like, everybody's crying and there's just a mess. It's like, oh my God, what do I do?
The number of times I said to the boys, you crying isn't helping things.
Yes, dude. Yes.
They're like, okay.
Oh no, dude! I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Is Alex doing all right?
It's all good. She's good now. It's all good. Biscuit said he's drinking a Coke Zero. It's always a dog for me, but it is a dog that it is so comfortable with you. It doesn't even bother to get out of the dog bed when you get home from work. That's a comfy dog. That dog knows its place. He's just like, whatever, man. I'm here. This is where. Hey, welcome home. Mookie in the chat saying he's sitting here vibe coding away with some liquid and solid H2O. Cheryl saying we should have seen Greg when he ripped his foot on that rusty nail. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not good with blood, and I'm definitely not good with like injuries to myself. Like, I'm not too bad with injuries to other people. Like, I'm okay, but I definitely can't handle seeing a whole lot of blood and yeah, ripping my foot from a nail that was exposed on a deck. Not fun, dude. Not fun.
That does not sound good. Biscuit saying shit. Did you ice it down with some Grey Poupon from the fridge? Biscuit, listen, man. This isn't like high class champagne, all right? This is stuff that when you buy 12 of them from Kroger, you get the case discount, so it takes them down to $6.99 a bottle. All right, this is like barely classified as champagne. It's just because it's got some carbonation to it.
And he's not going to waste Grey Poupon on that. He just used the filet mignon to just delicately place it right over the toe. Come on, Biscuit.
Luckily, she didn't spill the caviar. That's the point.
I go, see, and it's all good. It's like, I know the toe. It may be broken, but caviar dish is good. We'll survive. Everything's gonna be all right. So, hell, look, there's still some champagne in the bottle. We're good. Kids, grab a glass.
The block of brie was fine. It was all good. We were fine. It was just with one bottle that was gone.
Yeah, we'll write it off on your taxes anyway, so it's fine.
The way to do it. That's how you have to do it. That's how you can keep buying the champagne. I am drinking, and dude, I got to be honest, I didn't even look at what this flavor was before I tasted it. I purposely, so this is another RAR sour that I got out of order. I didn't look at it. First of all, it's 5% ABV. I just poured it and sipped it and was like, this is fantastic. It's called Liberty Cheesecake Shake.
Oh,
what? Dude, it's amazing. This beer is absolutely
what's the ingredient list?
Amazing.
With it.
Brewed with copious amounts of strawberry, pretzels, cheesecake, and lactose.
Oh my God.
Didn't even look when I bought this. I was just like, hey, that's a sour. I'll grab that one. And took a sip, not realizing what the flavor was. It's so good.
This sounds incredible.
The doggest of dogs. I'm loving this beer. Let's see if we can turn the music off this time. We can. All right, Scott. Let us know in the comments what you are drinking tonight, whether or not it is a dog. Good thing all of the intros are right up front because it's time to talk some football. You and Mookie had a really nice discussion about some football last week, some off the cuff football talk. So this time, let's not get as into the football discussions as you
Dude, we were sitting there, and I remember thinking, why are we talking about football like I give a crap? Like, we're like breaking it down. This is not the show. But for me, it was vamping. I'm like, if I just keep nervous talking about the actual stuff, like this is what I used to want to do on a podcast, and all I kept thinking was, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
It was gold. Like when I checked in and I was like, oh, they think I'm coming back. I gotta go let them know that I'm not coming back. They're filling time with football talk that nobody wants to hear.
Oh,
you know what? We can do this tonight. So there's just me and you in here. There we go. Oh, you're cut off. That's all right.
Can I scoot? Can I scoot?
Yeah, scooch in. Let's two-man this one. A little black and crayon here. All right, so I do want to talk football in our own way. Let's do some sip, chug, drain pours here, because we are now 2 weeks into the season. We got a handful of teams at 2-0. Both of our teams sitting at 2-0. We got some teams at 0-2, and we got some teams that are just middling it out at 1-1. So we're going to do sip, chug, drain, pour in each one of those options here. All right, so starting off with 2-0 teams. Now, I'm not letting you pick any 2-0 teams here. I'm giving you certain 2-0 teams to choose from. Sip, chug, drain, pour, the Colts, the Niners, and the Bengals.
I am. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not easy, right? This is an easy one. I'm not.
I feel like on their face, they're all imposters. I gotta be honest. That's the problem. I don't know which one I should not drink.
There's a reason why I didn't put the Eagles in this conversation, because.
All right. Well, I am going to. God. I'm going to. Okay. I'm going to. I don't really like this. I don't. I hate this. I hate this answer. But I'm going to sip the Colts. I am buying Danny Dimes outside of New York, and everything gets better when you leave the Giants and their stupid fan base. I am chugging the Niners. I don't know how we're doing it. It really doesn't make sense. And I'm drain pouring the Bengals, but I actually don't think that Browning's going to be a total disaster. I just don't think that between him and the lack of defense that they can sustain it. So
that's the hard part with the Bengals, man. That offensive line and that defense are so trash.
Yeah.
Complete dumpster fires. Browning.
Also, the rumors that the Bengals are trying for every backup quarterback in the league yesterday. I saw them rumored for a list of guys that I'm like, really?
Dude, they threw out every name they could. My favorite was they were linked to Jameis Winston, and I was
that was the one, and I was like, please let Jameis come to Cincinnati. I'm here for that. That would be fun.
Lasik Jameis in Cincinnati would be entertaining as hell.
That's the only one I was actively rooting for.
I knew that one was a true. Didn't they sign Mike White and somebody else? Mike White is a serviceable backup. That dude actually isn't that bad. I think Jake Browning's still better, but. Dude, so I if I'm sip, chug, drain, and pouring this one, I actually agree completely with you. What are the odds that the Colts out of those three are the ones that look the realest? That's insane to me. Danny Dimes. Okay, let me ask you this question: do you think Dayball gets shit every day in the locker room when they come in and be like, "Did you see what Danny did this week? Did you see what Danny did?"
Well, first of all, I think we should call him by his updated nickname, and I like this one. It took me a minute when at first I was like, where does that come from? But Indiana Jones is what we call him now. Indiana Jones. And I like that one better than Danny Dimes. So we're going with Indiana Jones. But I am shocked that he's doing what he is. I know there are people who be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But I just never bought it in New York. And I thought, whatever, it's just going to be another Carson Wentz type thing here in Indianapolis. Did not buy much of it, but it looks pretty good. I don't know if they'll keep it up, but compared to the other two, I buy them more.
Yeah, they seem like the more complete team, and right now they don't have the injury issues that the Niners or the Bengals are dealing with. Let's face it, if Burrow's out for 3 months, Browning can be serviceable, But when you downgrade at the quarterback position like they would, going from Burrow to Browning, and then have that defense in line, you're going to lose games. Like, you're going to lose a few games. They should have lost against the Jags. They shouldn't be 2-0 right now. So that right there automatically makes them pretender status for me. Niners, same type of thing, but at least they've proven they can get past.
They won a game with Mac Jones, so there's that. An away game with Mac Jones.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they could ever get healthy and stay healthy, which I'd got a better chance of hitting the lotto and being 6'7" than either of those things happening, they might be okay. But I mean, I'll take you back to last week before you did leave. I mean, in general, for me, the Niners are playing with house money this season. Like, I came in with low expectations, and I mean, and I think they play in a division that's okay. The Rams are decent, but like, I wasn't expecting much. This was like a soft reboot year for me. So it's like everything's kind of gravy.
Robert Taylor has this hot take, and he's been spouting it in the Discord too, that Browning is better than Burrow. And that's insane talk. They're like, look, that's crazy. I know Burrow is not as good as some people make him out to be. I think he's definitely top 3 or 4 quarterbacks in the league. Browning is not top 3 or 4 quarterbacks in the league.
No.
Like, it's not.
He's a really good backup, though. I would say that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, for what you usually see at the backup position, I mean, there's not many options better.
I mean, he's gotten a lot of playing time thanks to Burrow. Like, this is just kind of that's the knock on Burrow. He's glass, man. The dude's always hurt. So, like, whatever.
Someone called him a glass cannon, and I'm like, yeah, I think that might be true.
Gabe wanted to know what Jameis would think about Skyline Chili.
I
think
he's eating the W.
How do we feel about the Skyline chicken chili, by the way? I
don't know. I saw it advertised, but I haven't tried it, and I don't know how I feel about it just on its face.
I'm not too sure I can get down with Skyline chicken chili.
Chicken chili on a hot dog. Just on it, like saying that.
In general, like it's not the same consistency. Like it's
is it now? What? Because I don't think I saw a picture of what it looked like. Are we talking about like because chicken chili usually has like a white sauce base kind of to it, right? So is that what it looks like? Like,
I don't know, but will that change people's opinions on Skyline that it doesn't look like legit shit? Like, it's not like
look at somebody pooped on my hot dog. It looks like they came on it. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's better.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people might like it.
Hey, look, I'll try anything once. So I'm curious enough. When I saw it, I'm like, I don't think I'd like it, but I mean, you gotta try it, right? Like, they're out here doing breakfast at Skyline, and I haven't tried that. Like,
well, that's because you haven't gone to the airport. Like, I think isn't it only at the airport? Or
there's a handful of other like standalone restaurants that do it, but yeah, it's not.
I draw the line at breakfast Skyline.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I'll try the chicken chili. I'm not getting.
Yeah, Skyline. No, I'm not doing breakfast either.
8:00 in the morning. I'm sorry. I'm 40 years old. I'm not going to be that hungover where Skyline in the morning sounds like a great idea.
I have more respect for my intestines at this point in my life. Like, and mostly because if I don't, they will remind me that I should. So, yeah, I'm not doing that to myself before noon on any given day.
Biscuit said he's drain pouring the Bengals because the O-line has more holes than a bad pair of drawers. He's sipping the Colts just because it's the Colts and chugging the 49ers just because. I think this may be the first consensus sip chug drain pour on the show. Tank said he's checking in late from the Timeout Sports Tavern in San Diego. Stone Delicious IPA, listening to the show on the walk to the liquor store beside my hotel. Man, that's fantastic.
Us on the go. Who knew? Live on the go.
And then Robert pointing out that Browning scored more against.
He played more of the game. Like, what?
Don't let facts get in the way of a good troll job. Yep, and Ed saying the Bengals mailed it in at quarterback. Here's to another losing season. I don't think they lose. I don't think it's going to be a losing season. I think they'll be around, and then when Burrow gets back, they'll have to make a push for the playoffs. Like, it's going to be one of those where they have to win like several in a row at the end of the season. All right, next sip, chug, drain, pour. We'll go down the line here. Now we're going to go to no, we'll save that for later. Let's go to the 0-2 teams because I think this one is also fairly easy. So sip, chug, drain, pour these 0-2 teams: the Dolphins, the Browns, and the Bears.
Oof.
Yeah,
Golly, dude.
that is correct. That is the correct reaction to this sip, chug, drain, pour. But I'll go first. I'll even go first on this one since you went first on the last.
Yeah, okay.
One. I am drain pouring the Dolphins. That franchise.
Yep, so am I.
They are terrible.
They look really bad, and I love Mike McDaniel, but oof,
what
it looks like it's just a dumpster fire, man.
What happened to that team? This is the same team that a couple years ago put up 70, and they were like the craziest thing. We were, oh my god, Mike McDaniel's a genius, and now it's this. It's bad. Is it just because Tua is scrambled? Is that what the issue is, or is there something else going on here?
The roster looks like it looks like ill-fitting parts, and I hate to say it. I mean, Mike looks like one of those guys who's just better as like an offensive coordinator, or like he's the new age. I mean, there's plenty of them, but I mean, just the old comparison goes back to Norv Turner. It's like just not first banana type material. Like he's a good offensive mind, but leader of men and controlling a locker room, and his interviews, they're goofy and quirky, and it's funny when they're winning, and when they're losing, you're like, it's not good, man. He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing at all. So yeah, I drain pour them for sure. That was my first instinct. I'm like, well, I know who I'm drain pouring, but I don't know who else sipping chug on me.
It's not easy to sip and chug between the Browns and the Bears. Like that is a very difficult choice to make. So I think I am going to give the edge. Sorry, I'm vamping for a second while I look. And yes, that did confirm what I thought. Because of how bad the Bears looked against the Lions, like just how they got
steamrolled.
And that was supposed to be like the coordinator's coming back to the team that he got hired away from, and we're gonna ball out, and just absolutely destroyed. I'm chugging the Browns, and I say that because the Browns feel like there's more hope there. They still have Dylan Gabriel on the sidelines.
Wait. So you're chugging the Browns, that means you're sipping the Bears?
No. Oh, you're right. I drained for the Dolphins.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, hold on a second. That's not math.
I forgot that I drained for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm sipping the Browns and chugging the Bears because the Browns feel like they have more upside. They've got more left on the sidelines. There's more hope there. The Bears are stuck with Caleb, and they look awful. There's no hope coming out of that franchise. Like the coaching change was supposed to be the one that did it, and it's clearly not. So maybe with enough time, that'll be the case, but it doesn't seem like it. So I'm going sipping the Browns, chugging the Bears, drain pouring the Dolphins.
Yeah, and that was my first instinct, was just that, which the only thing that made it hard is because it's like whenever you have faith in the Browns, they always do you dirty. Like whenever the Browns are like, hey, maybe they finally figured it out, or like, they're the chick squad to like do things. Like, I don't know, man. Like I do like the way the Browns are looking, but I can't trust them. I'll trust them amongst this group. So I will sip the Browns and chug the Bears and drain pour the Dolphins. But yeah, the Bears though, I feel like in the end, the Bears are going to end up having to get a new quarterback. If it's going to, I think Ben Johnson will ultimately be fine and he'll get things looking better. But I think Caleb Williams is kind of trash, man.
Dude, he's not it. He's not the guy like that. He's got to go. It's bad. It's bad decision making. It's bad throw, like
overthrows, all too long.
I mean,
all of the things.
It's crazy. And Gabe is also asking no Chiefs. No, because that's too easy. Because we would immediately just sip the Chiefs of like they're 0-2, but it's the Chiefs. Come on, Worthy's hurt. Travis is still in the.
And they've played the Eagles, who are probably the best team still. So, I mean, okay, whatever. Like,
did you see the mic'd up moment that went viral at the end of that game when Fields was getting ready to take a knee? he goes to kneel it, and
oh yeah, we still won.
You didn't even throw for 100 yards. It feels like we still won the game, motherfucker.
It's also not Fields. You getting your black quarterbacks. It's Jalen Hurts.
Damn it, I did it again.
Dude, I know we all look alike.
No, hold on. I deserve this. I'm sorry.
Race card.
Boo this man!
I would hold
this time, and I was like, oh, maybe it was just a slip. And then you said,
no, it was my brain is no. You're absolutely right to call me out on that. I would hold the L, but I can't scroll to the video. I am holding the L on that one. That's just brain.
Hold this L real quick. Hold it. Just hold it for me.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
I can't get any lower than overtime. Overtime.
Fair enough. Then I will cover everything. Overtime.
Anything below overtime is on you. Above overtime, I got it. We're good. I also have to keep shrinking the menu and then expanding the sound, shrinking the sounds and expanding the video. It's a disaster over here.
Oh my goodness!
I should have known that I was going to do some mess up like that when the show started off the way it did. It should have been an indicator that I was going to drive this thing right over the rails, Mookie style. All right, now let's get to the 1-1 teams. These are a little bit harder because I feel like these teams could be good, or we could be seeing teams that are just we don't know what we're getting here. 1-1 teams: Sip, Chug, Drainpour, the Ravens, the Lions, the Commies. It's not easy to me.
It's not, but I will say I'm going to Drainpour the Commies because I think everybody was quick to jump on, them coming into this year after they did so well last year. And I get it. They finally had a quarterback that looked competent and Jalen. And I do like him. I don't know that I like the team overall. So I'm going to Drainpour them. And then Eckler just went down. I mean, not saying that he was going to be a huge part of the season, but it's you lose one of your top 2 running backs for the year, and it's not easy to just roll on in and replace that. So I'll Drainpour the Commies. I'm going to let me say this. This is going to be the last time. I love him. I love him to death. And I will defend him to no end against the haters. But God damn it, Lamar, show me something, man. I'm sipping the Ravens and I'm chugging the Lions, but this is it. Lamar has to finally prove it when it matters most. Are
you putting him on notice? Are you putting Lamar on notice?
I think I am. You've got to do something once you get to the playoffs, man.
Lamar's on notice. Oh no!
It's been a lot, and I like the Lions, but I think they took they do take a little bit of a step back by losing Ben Johnson, and I don't think that they're going to be bad by any means, but they're not going to be world beaters. I thought for sure that they were going to make the Super Bowl last year. It just looked like they were just going to steamroll through the NFC. And they did regular season wise. So I think they look a little bit more mortal this season, but I do still like them overall. As a classic, I'm interested between them and the Packers, because unfortunately the Packers look good.
They do look good. Packers look real good. That's why I didn't want to put them in, because they seem like an easy one.
Yeah,
you saw through exactly why I put each of these in, because the Ravens are like that team that it's like, do you sip them because they're going to let you down? That come playoff time, they're going to be a disappointment. But I'm the same with that. I'm sipping the Ravens. Out of those 3 teams, they are the team that I feel most confident would make a deep run. But I'm going a little opposite here, you Scott. I'm going to chug the Commies. I do think Jaden's going to have a little step back this year, but I still think the Commanders overall are going to perform better than the Lions do. I think the Lions losing not just Ben Johnson, but also AG, losing both coordinators is going to hurt them long term.
I think losing the offensive lineman is big. Frank Ragnow retiring, they lost their top 2 offensive linemen last year. That's a huge problem.
That's brutal. That's definitely brutal.
Especially when one's an all-pro.
I'm drain pouring the Lions because I just don't think – and here's the other thing too. they overachieved so much last year. They're suffering from the same thing the Bengals did when the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. They overachieved. Nobody expected them to be that good. They overachieved, and now people are like, "Oh, okay, you're good then. Like, do it again." And now you're going to fall short of the expectations. You're not going to be as good as you were last year.
I can see it too.
So yeah, there's your sip, chug, drain, pour. Much better NFL talk this week.
You mean we weren't breaking down X's and O's and in the trenches? Like, as in the trenches, as I got was talking about the Lions losing 2 All-Pro offensive linemen. Like, yeah, that'll work, man. I don't want to get that nitty gritty either. Like, I hear myself saying, I'm like, nobody gives a shit. I don't give a shit. Like, why do I know this?
I'm going through looking at chapters, just going, Mookie took the wheel and steered this show right into sports talk radio land. Just like all we needed was for you guys to break down rosters and schedules. That was the only thing missing, was for you to look at schedules and give us wins and losses coming up, and then like the roster comparing teams. Man, that's amazing. All right, let's switch gears a little bit here. The Jaguars had an employee a couple years ago. This happened a few years ago, who apparently was in charge of handling all of the virtual credit card payments that came in. And he was the only one that was in charge of handling these credit card payments for the Jags.
Before this goes any further, does it involve strippers?
It does not involve well, maybe.
Because I feel like every time we do a credit card story, somehow strippers get involved.
Maybe. There may be strippers involved in this, not in the piece that I read, but I'm not going to rule it out based on what happened in this story. You tell me. So this guy is in charge of handling like the credit card payments for the Jags. He's the only one in the department that's handling it. He's responsible for giving reports to accounting to be like, these are the credit card statements. One guy. No oversight, just a dude. His name's Amit Patel, and he decided, you know what? I don't see anybody. There ain't nobody else here. I'm just going to skim a little bit off the top for myself. To the tune of $22 million over the course of several years. This gives big time Office Space vibes of like it's a fraction of a penny, and then it's like thousands of dollars. It's like, oh shit, they're definitely gonna notice now. They did eventually notice. They caught the guy. He went in jail. Then they started figuring out where this money was going. Like, what was he spending his money on? Because this is like a Jags employee, and he's got probably
22 million on strippers and
but
lemon pepper wings.
He bought like a really fancy watch. He bought one of Tiger Woods' putters that cost him like $50,000. Like,
you're gonna skim money and lay low.
All of the things every mob movie tells you not to do, this man did.
Like, bro, what?
He would have been hanging in the back of a freezer truck as Eric Clapton plays if this happened in Goodfellas. Like, it was ridiculous. But most of the money went to FanDuel. He bet nearly all of the $22 million on various sporting events over the years.
Even worse.
And lost much of it. Much of the money
strip club. He'd have something to show for it. All the lemon pepper wings you could have bought and lap dances for $22 million would have been a better investment.
Hey man, you stole $22 million. What'd you get out of it? Chlamydia, but you know,
hey, it lasts a lifetime.
Not, hey man, we just spent the $22 million on a goddamn parlay that didn't hit thanks to Hawaii at 10 o'clock at night. Fucking assholes. So this dude goes to jail. He tries to sue FanDuel for $250 million for preying on his addiction to gambling. And then the Jags were like, hey, he bet with stolen money, so FanDuel, fork it over. That's our money he was betting with. You owe us the $22 million now. And FanDuel was like, we're not paying you $22 million. And the Jags were like, give us our money back because he stole it from us and then gave it to you, so you owe us now. Finally, they settled it, and FanDuel is giving the Jags $5 million to just make this go away. So to recap, an employee steals $22 million from the Jags, spends most of it on FanDuel sports betting, tries to sue FanDuel for $250 million, and then FanDuel gives the Jags $5 million. There you go.
I want to go back to the top of this story, though. First things first. I don't trust anybody named Patel in charge of anything. That's where I'm going to start. So that already let me know that there's going to be some fuckery. Last name Patel can't run a goddamn thing. So the Jaguars reap what they sow. That's how that goes. But I can't believe that FanDuel. Were they pressure? Like what is the basis for settling on this? Because I mean, like what argument did the Jags really have? Like the money was spent. Like if I was FanDuel, I'm like, we didn't fucking steal it. Like that's not our problem.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, like, if somebody were to like steal all the money out of my bank account and then it's found out that they deposited into their FanDuel and lost a bunch of bets.
Can you go to FanDuel?
FanDuel's not giving me anything for that. This is 100% the NFL stepping in, being like, hey, you're a partner of ours. Just give them like something here and let's make this all go away. That's what this sounds like to me.
No
just
doubt.
Like Roger being like, God damn it, just give him like $5 million. $5 million, we good with 5? All right, good. Let's bed then. Jesus Christ. What a wild story, though. And Dorian, correct, he was taking Mookie betting advice. Clearly, this guy was bad. You know, the guy had dreams of this. Sounds to me like he started off taking money from the Jags, and his idea was, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to bet it and I'm going to double the money and then I'll give the Jags their money back and I'm just going to keep the winnings. Like I'll figure out how to make this money go back in. But then he kept losing and he was chasing. And next thing you know, it's 3 years later and he's got $22 million in the hole. And he's like, God damn it. Well, let me just buy a Tiger Woods putter. I don't know. Something. I got to do something.
I like that version of the story better. That he started out just thinking, well, I'll just skim some off the top. I'll put it back. They'll never notice. And I'll just, take all the winnings. It's going to be all good. But that he ended up just falling down a pit of despair and was like, fuck it, I might as well ball. Like, if that's the conclusion he came to, I get it. Like, if he was just like, you know what? We're down 22 mil. That's how much I stole. Fuck it, we ball. Call up. I'm going to buy the most ludicrous shit I can think of. Tiger Woods putter, whatever. Let's go.
It makes me wonder how many times we've done those stories where it's like a bettor lost $100,000 trying to win 150 on this game. And it was just Amit Patel from the Jags just trying to get some cash back to put back into the Jags bank account. Unbelievable. Dorian said he started off with the 25-cent bet, and then it all went downhill. Biscuit said for $22 million, he's getting himself a stripper wife and putting a Waffle House in his kitchen, a Popeyes in the second kitchen, and a shark aquarium worthy of Newport in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was my favorite story of the week. I saw
that's incredible.
So good. I'm mad that Mookie's not on.
So what's the ultimate fate of this guy though? Like
he's in jail for 6.5 years.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
he went to jail for embezzling funds and all the fun white collar crimes that you get hit up for when you steal $22 million from an NFL franchise.
If only another Patel could go to jail for that long. Minimum. What? Huh? Maybe someday.
Scott, you're pretty pissed at Tom Brady this week, huh?
Dude, fuck that guy. Why can I not get rid of Tom Brady? You know what grinds my gears is that there's been so many people in my like sports watching lifetime that I'm like, man, I cannot wait for this person to retire, to just go away and be out of my life. And I no longer have to hear about him. I no longer have to see him. Oh, Tom Brady won't go away, man. He just will not go away. And then he bought that ownership stake in the Raiders. But the biggest like crock of shit to me is that he buys this ownership stock in the Raiders. And I thought, that's weird. But, the big thing was immediately after he gets out of the NFL, literally from like the training table straight into the Fox booth, kicks Greg Olson out of his job. We love Greg's around here. So I took great offense to that. Didn't deserve it, takes that spot. And then, ever since then, it's been a constant question of, wait a minute. Tom Brady owns stake in the Raiders, but he also does commentary on Fox and is like their number one guy in the booth. Isn't like, I've always been like, isn't that weird? Like, shouldn't that not be in the NFL is like, well, it's not a conflict of interest because he's not allowed to be in the locker room and he's got to do these offsite interviews and, blah, 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 reasons, excuses. And then this week, due to sitting there in one of the booths during the Raiders game with the headset on, not on Fox, just sitting there with the headset on at the Raiders game. And people were like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is Tom Brady allowed to work for Fox and also own this stake? And yet there's nobody has a problem with this.
Just hang out and talk to Chip Kelly in the during the game.
What is happening? And in the explanation, the NFL came out today and was like, yeah, there's nothing wrong. We're good. Nothing to see here. They're like, there's no conflict of interest. It's fine. Like, that's it. Like, they hit us with the current regime. It's like, what? This is happening. There's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing that says this can't happen. And I just don't understand. I'm like, why can't Tom Brady just go away? Like, I would love it if he was just 5% ownership and just was over there doing something with the Raiders. I hate the Raiders. I don't care about the Raiders. Just be over there in Raiderland and sit in the booth, have whatever headset on. Walk along the sidelines during Raider games. Who gives a shit? But why does this man have to be on Fox NFL Sunday doing horrible commentary? And I hate myself. I hate myself because I was watching the Chiefs and the Eagles game the other day, and the game ended. And 99% of the time, no matter what game I'm watching, 49ers or otherwise, I just turn it off as soon as the game's over. I don't care about the post game. I don't want to hear these idiots rambling on. It's bad enough that you had to hear them rambling on 4 hours prior to the game and at halftime and all that. But it was still on. I was doing something. And I wish I could remember what he said, because he said something and it made me laugh. And out loud, I said, ha, 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 but also fuck you, Tom. Like, go away. Just go away. And he was having back and forth with Gronk. Like, they did the split screen because Gronk was on the field and he was up in the booth and they're sitting there chatting. And like you said, he said something and it actually legit made me chuckle. I was like, that was funny, but also fuck him. Like, go away. Just leave. Why is it that people that I don't like have to just spend an inordinate amount of time? It's like, oh, we got Troy Aikman that's, forever commentator. We got Tom Brady. Like, it's never the people that I like that stay in the spotlight. It's all the people that I can't stand that just stay in my face.
It's not even just the sport either. Like, even in baseball, you're stuck with A-Rod.
Yes! It's always the people that I can't stand the most that go on to have a career and continue to stay around the sport. Like, can't just leave, can't just disappear, can't just go away and let me live my life. Like, I remember thinking, like, man, it's going to be so great. Like, I just excited when Tom Brady retires, just never having to see him again except for, the random appearance or what the hell ever. And dude's just there. It's like he never left, man. I hate it so much.
We've got some good takes in the comments because Biscuit said Tom Brady is if herpes was a person.
100%.
Chase said he has to be on TV to distract himself from losing 2 separate supermodels. Immediately doing pretzel holes with the BJJ guy.
Touche.
Biscuit is now throwing out a Sip Chug Drainpour here. Sip Chug Drainpour, Brady, Collinsworth, Romo on commentary.
This
You wanted it. You were quick. You were like, this is.
Well, okay. I will say I do not have the irrational hate for Collinsworth and everything. Now here's a guy that I don't mind. Here's a guy that I don't mind. So I'm going to zip Collinsworth. I am going to hate myself by chugging Romo. God, I mean, that's how much I hate Tom Brady. I would drainpour Tom Brady all day. Like, it just to see, because Romo, as much as I hated him and as annoying as he was to me as a player, I legit think that when he switched over to the booth, especially those first 2 years out of the league, like, he gave some really good insight. Yeah, like he gave some really good stuff that I'm like, this is stuff that you never hear because it's usually guys who have been out of the league and out of the locker rooms and like time has passed. And so they don't have those connections and they really just don't have their finger on the pulse anymore because it's like, oh, this is like a new generation. But because Romo went from like quarterbacking right into the booth, is actually really good. So I'll chug him because even though I hate him as a Cowboy, whatever, but Brady's got to go, man. Like seeing his face is gross too. Like that just like skin sunk in, like tight neck. Oh, dude,
he looks like Vampire Brady. Like he's like
everything about him.
Brady anymore. It looks like an actor cast to play Tom Brady is what he looks like. I'm actually going to sip on Romo because Romo started off great and now he's to the point where he's just saying obvious shit. Like when Josh Allen got hurt this week and Romo was just like, oh, that doesn't look good.
Romo's like, man, I need to get back in the league to get back to the connections because now he's just become generic guy. He's like, none of these guys played when I was in the league, so I guess I'm just kind of here.
Josh Allen's running off the sideline. He's like, guys, this isn't good. That's a bad thing that we're watching there. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I think he's hurt. I don't know. So I'm sipping Romo. I'm going to zig where you're zagging here. I'm chugging Brady because Collinsworth is awful to listen to, man. It's so bad.
But he's comically bad, right? Like that's why I've never seen him.
Brady is also comically bad because here's the thing. I feel like Collinsworth knows he's bad.
Yes.
He knows what people say.
He leans into it.
Yes. Which is more disingenuous. And
he's almost trolling.
Yeah, I don't like that. Brady,
I do like that.
Brady thinks he's doing great.
Brady, no, there's no doubt Brady thinks he already thinks he's the best former player to ever do this. No doubt in my mind.
I just talked myself into I'm chugging Collinsworth and I'm drain pouring.
Yes, hell yeah. Welcome to the club.
Because he's leaning into it and Brady is like, Brady gets done with the broadcast. He's like, nailed it, baby. Let's go.
But why would you? Oh God, that and then there's that. He's got his own podcast and the lamest name that they could have ever came up with. I imagine sitting around. Do you remember the meeting when we were sitting there, having lunch, trying to figure out what we were going to call this podcast, and we're going through all the names. Not once did the term "let's go" even register. And the fact that that's the name of his podcast just drives me nuts. Like they were just like, guys, we can't think of anything. Let's go. There it is.
Nailed it.
Like, let's go. We're just going to go with let's go. Oh, I hate those promos. I hate that name. I hate everything about Brady. And there's 100% chance that he believes that he's the best to ever do.
He thinks he's killing it. Tank said Vampire Brady is a good theory. How else could he stay in the league so long and perform at superhuman level in his 40s? He wasn't kissing him. That's why he has to kiss him on the mouth so that he can suck.
Right, he's just sucking in their life force.
Just a little, just charge. Let's go. He said this level of visceral hatred from Greg is amazing. Basically, feel it through my TV. LOL.
Because I feel like there's people that don't know how much I really dislike Brady. Because by the time that they met me, or it's like it was tailing off, And if you weren't around I thought about it earlier. I was like, maybe it's time to dust off. Maybe I need to do another Brady slam poetry. which the idea that once he retired, that I would even have to think about that. Like, God, man.
Well, maybe you could do it when he retires again, because he's back on the field, man. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
There's that tournament.
that was the way that I found out about that was great, because it was like Brady was asked about, his conflict of interest, and he totally deflected and was like, hey, I'm over here playing flag football in Saudi Arabia. I was like, taking after this regime. He's learned well. Don't answer the question, deflect, and just change the subject. Yeah.
Oh, you almost got me on that one, but guess what?
Hey,
flag football tournament, baby. Here we go.
What about that conflict of interest? Don't worry about it. I got a plane gifted to me. It's all good.
He's not the only one. This is like current and past NFL players, celebrities.
He was the only name that I saw, though. Like I didn't care enough to look past the list.
Brady was other names players that will be playing in this 3-team flag football tournament, which is weird on its own. I don't understand how we're going to do a 3-team flag football tournament, but whatever. We gotta watch this money somehow, and we only got enough guys to get. So it's Brady, Saquon Barkley, CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey, Sauce Gardner, Myles Garrett, Brock Bowers, Max Crosby, Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham Jr., and Rob Gronkowski. So we get Brady to Gronk again in the desert in flag football, man. The teams are coached by Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, and Kyle Shanahan.
But honestly, I think wait, what?
Yeah, this is all per ESPN. These names are all per an ESPN article I saw. Kyle Shanahan, one of the coaches of the teams. I want you to think that one for a second. Christian McCaffrey playing.
Yeah, I was gonna ignore that because I'm like, okay, but Kyle, man, I don't really like this. But also, I'm disappointed. How is Rajon Rondo not in this? Isn't he the number one flag football player in the country right now?
Of all time.
So I think all of those names plus Rajon Rondo could actually garner it some respect. But I guess we're just gonna water it down.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Rajon's too busy getting ready to dominate the Olympics. All right. This is like, hey, we're going to expose this game to other parts of the world to get you ready for the Olympics. Rajon can't be out here messing around in that. Rondo's got to get ready for the Olympics, man. QB1 doesn't go out and play the exhibition games. This is preseason, baby. He's got his spot on lock. He's good.
My wife's saying Rondo would never. Oh, that would be fun. I would actually appreciate that more if Rondo was asked and he's like, Saudi Arabia? I ain't doing that shit. I'm balling over here in the States. Have you seen the videos of me out at the park killing it? Like, no way I'm going to Saudi Arabia. Baby. I don't have anything to prove. Tom needs to step up. Like, Tom needs to prove he still hasn't lost it. I got it. I'm in the prime of my flag football playing career.
Oh man! All right, let's talk a little college ball because we've talked. That was a lot of NFL, man, that we did there. We did an hour on NFL.
Holy shit! It's been an hour. And really, we only talked about what, 9 teams?
9 teams and the Jags employee. It's great.
And Tom Brady.
Some Tom Brady hate sprinkled in. A little side of Tom Brady. I want to talk about UCLA because UCLA fired their coach this weekend after what
they got the Tennessee quarterback.
Yeah. Paid a lot of money to get. I'm gonna leave you.
They fired him 2 games in.
Fired their coach after back-to-back losses to Mountain West teams in front of a near empty Rose Bowl. Like nobody's there. And they're losing to Mountain West teams. They lost to a team this week who was not extended an invite to the Pac-12 after the Pac-12 collapsed. That's how bad, that's how down bad UCLA is. And you know what? I'm glad. I am so glad that they are doing this because if you remember, UCLA and USC were the teams that started this mess that we're in right
Yeah.
now. They left the Pac-12, ruined the Pac-12, started all of this crazy conference realignment, this cross-country travel, ignoring the other sports and doing it strictly for money and strictly for football. And they were the impetus to get us where we are right now with these super leagues and the potential for the Big Ten and the SEC to be able to call all the shots and do whatever they want in the playoffs because they got all the players, they got all the teams, and they got all the money. So them bolting is that was one of the dominoes that started to fall, and I'm here for it now. I want them to. Now it's time for UCLA to get what's coming to them, because do you know what happens after a coach gets fired, Scott? The transfer portal is open for 30 days. Everybody on UCLA is able to transfer. They've only played 3 games. They can all redshirt, or they could take a redshirt, a voluntary redshirt, or they can transfer. I want it to be where UCLA has to cancel the rest of their football season because everybody transfers out. And
I also want the quarterback to try to transfer back to Tennessee. Hey, I'm sorry, boo. I know we had a good thing. Like, let's get that back. I thought she was gonna do better, but look, we all make mistakes, baby. I was just kidding. I was always gonna get right back.
Did anybody fumble the bag worse than that kid? Like, he's out here.
No, that's like the epic bag fumbling since the NIL started. Like, I would have to say, like, nobody has done it worse.
Nico goes to UCLA. He's losing to Mountain West teams in front of nobody. Meanwhile, Tennessee is packed and taking Georgia to overtime, all because their kicker missed a field goal. Like, the difference between the two teams Saturday night was hilarious to watch. Am I wrong for wishing this on UCLA? Because I want to see them collapse. I want to see it like, your program is done. You have no team for the rest of the year. Cancel the rest of your games.
Also, bonus, it hurts the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it hurts the Big Ten is just as nice too, because they wanted to have these marquee programs and all that shit, and they've got this team that might just completely fall apart. That's a nothing game on everybody else's schedule, basically. So yeah, makes the Big Ten look bad. I'm here for it.
On the 4th they play Penn State. So just removing a game, they still have Penn State, Indiana, and Ohio State left on their schedule. And imagine if like Penn State and Ohio State are now 1 game short because UCLA's program has to close down for the year because their coach got fired.
I love it. May it somehow cost them something of real consequence too.
It won't.
It won't. They'll invoke whatever OSU rules that they've made sure to ensure that they're in the Final Four no matter what.
Mookie was in the comment section asking where the Tulane highlights are. Mookie, I can't get to video clips. I can only play up to the overtime drop. I can't even get to the Tulane clips.
Well, and there's like 96 of them. I don't even know which one's which.
Probably the ones at the bottom, but
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down.
Winning the trenches is what he calls
keep working on that clock. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Set to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Can we get to the part where he dove into the end zone unnecessarily there at the end? Like, come on.
They get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the
All right, I'll give it to him. The end was better than the else you get. The end was worth the video.
They gotta hit that Sally.
Well done, Mookie. Well done.
It's a great run, all fundamentals.
Act like you've been there before as Mookie dives into the end zone unnecessarily.
Hank said UCLA is going to have to hold unnecessary roughness try.
Oh my goodness.
And then Gabe said, what if they actually beat the Buckeyes? That would be hilarious. Gabe,
well, it would be, but I mean, I was going to say there's
no
zero
shot.
chance.
That line FanDuel isn't even going to put that one on the board. Like, there's no shot.
It's a kid, so take a drink, y'all.
Drink is camera. Oh man. See you, Luke. There is some hatred, Scott, coming College Game Day's way. I don't know if you've seen this. Have you watched any College Game Day since Corso retired?
No, I haven't.
You watched any College Game Day this year?
No, I haven't. But I was gonna say this is the first year he's been retired, right? Like this is
he retired first game of the year. He came out for the first game.
Oh, okay, he did. All right.
Made his last headgear pick. Put on the Brutus Buckeye head for one more time. He said he's going with his first love. Did it inside the stadium in front of the sold-out crowd. Got the thunderous applause and went out. It was actually solid. It was a solid.
Truth be told, I haven't seen College Game Day in probably like 10 years.
That's fair. That's a fair point. But it was good. It was a good exit for Coach, and that day, all of his picks were correct, as well as played for or coached one. Like, it was just
awesome.
Perfect way for him to go off. But now College Game Day is under fire because they can't do the same thing that they were doing before, right? Like, a legend leaves after 30 years. You can't have Nick Saban put on the mascot head. Like, they were retiring that bit. That wasn't going to happen. So now at the end of the program, when they're picking games, they're picking against the spread, and people don't like that. They are not happy to hear them pick against the spread because now the analysts are able to hedge, and they're like, I think I'm going to take
I think the other team's gonna win. Yeah,
but I think it's like, dude, nobody wants to. They want to see who wins the game. Nobody cares.
Plant your flag, damn it. Not plant your flag with points.
Don't point your flag at Ohio Stadium, though. That's a
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's a federal offense. They'll get
somebody asked a good question because Brutus Buckeye planted a flag like at midfield, and they were
straight
like,
to alligator. And plus, he's colored. I mean, if it fits all the way around. You good?
I'm good. Is this sports betting going too far, Scott? Have we gone too far with the gambling that now we can't even just get commentators to pick a game to tell us who's going to win? We got to do it based on the spread.
Well, it's not even that. It's just the idea that you've taken something that was like just kind of silly, goofy, innocent, and just, kind of pure. Corso putting on the headgear. It was a tradition. I mean, and he's just picking a team, but he went the extra mile of putting on the head. Like, it's just, again, planting your flag on something that you believe in, like a team. Like, having betting and gambling involved in it, like it waters it down so much to me. Like, it's not like it's a bad thing because you're just like, well, now I guess it's just like every other show more or less where they kind of do something similar, but it's just disappointing to see that that's Corso's legacy just kind of slow rolls into this just generic, hey, we're gonna do gambling lines for this thing. Like, come on, man. They had plenty of time to come up with something better. Like, and I don't know what the answer to that is.
They didn't even have to do anything better. They had it. Pat McAfee on that show is electric. And when he's like, Pat McAfee leans into his wrestling character and is able to either punk the crowd or fire the crowd up with his pick, depending on what he wants to do that day. It is pure entertainment. All you had to do was, okay, Corso's done. Now we're going to let Pat McAfee do his wrestling promo to end our picks. Dude, he stood on the table. He takes off his shirt. He gets like all the fans chanting for one team and then picks the other team. It is absolutely perfect. We didn't have to throw in the betting part to it, right? But Jesse is rightfully pointing out, isn't that insider trading if you have your own betting app? That's what this comes down to, is they're just trying to drive people to ESPN Bet, which is the far inferior betting app. Like you're way behind ESPN Bet. It's rough. Whoa, Philly Mike OG saying May and Diggs Cincy bound.
I saw that and I'm like Googling it. I'm like, wait a minute.
That can't be right. May and Diggs, no way. I cannot believe this.
I'm looking it up. I don't see it.
Philly Mike OG is just straight up trolling.
I was gonna say there's no way they traded a quarterback and their number one wide receiver for that.
All right. Let's do this real quick. Oh shoot, can I even do it, Scott? I don't even know if I could get to that.
What do you need me to do? I got you.
We got it. I got it.
Oh, okay.
There's some wise guys, bro. We didn't get to do this last week because I wasn't here. But this is the Wise Guys Top 10. Speaking of betting, and as we sat here and went on and on about how wrong it is to include gambling and picking against the spread, that's how we rank our teams.
I actually thought about that while I was saying it, but I'm like, we don't have the tradition and the cachet of Elite Corso. Ours is different. This is how it started. If Corso had started back in the day with gambling and the helmet or the mascot head was just an extra throw-in, it'd be a different story. But they've reduced it to something that it never was. That's the problem.
Well, this is our top 10 because at the end of the day, all of the AP rankings, coaches rankings, they don't mean anything. Anybody can rank all the teams, and we decided to do it the only way that felt right, and that was based on a team's odds to win the national championship. So here we go, Wise Guys Top 10 for Week 3. Number 10, Notre Dame, Scott. They're 0-2. Best odds to win at plus 2,800. Number 9 is Oklahoma at plus 2,500. Number 8, Texas A&M, the team that just beat Notre Dame, only 2 spots ahead at plus 2,200. Number 7, Miami of Florida, the other team that beat Notre Dame at plus 1,600. Number 6, Alabama at plus 1,400. Number 5, LSU falls out of the top 4, and they are at plus 900. Let's get to the teams who will be ranked in our Wise Guys Top 10. Get the bye if the season would end today. Number 4, Texas, plus 850 odds to win the national championship. Georgia at number 3 at plus 750. We got a tie at second place. It's Oregon and Penn State at plus 700. And at number 1, Ohio State plus 600 odds to win the Natty. Scott, how you feeling about your top 4 here in the Wise Guys poll?
I'm slightly confused because all I heard this week was how terrible Arch Manning is. So the fact that there's still 4?
He's pretty bad.
He struggled against UTEP.
He's pretty bad.
UTEP?
It's not great.
So that's the only thing that's a little bit shocking to me. I thought Texas was going to drop at least out of the top 4. So I don't know. I guess I feel fine with the top 4 if you just the fact that there's actually 5 in the top 4.
That's how the Wise Guys poll works, Scott. Get with it. Don't be a mookie.
Oh, I understand. I'm just saying because there's 5, I guess I'm like, well, okay, one of them takes Texas's place and we're good.
Just notice here what we've got. We've got
Big Ten
teams
and
2
SECs.
So
operating as intended.
Basically, the top 4 seeds will be the winner of the Big Ten, the loser of the Big Ten, the winner of the SEC, the loser of the SEC. And this is who we think those teams are going to be. Place your bets, everybody.
Yeah, it's true.
It is what it is. Let's see if we can get a playoff picture pulled up here. We've got it here. I know Mookie was trying to find this last week. Here is your playoff picture based on the Wise Guys odds. If the playoffs were to start right now, your 4 buys are Ohio State, Oregon, or Penn State. We don't know which one. Georgia and Texas are the top 4. LSU versus Boise State in that 5-12 line. And then you got Alabama versus Texas Tech, the representative from the Big 12 in the 6-11 line. Miami Notre Dame rematch in that 7-10. And then you got Texas A&M and Oklahoma in the 8-9 to be served up to get demolished by Ohio State in the next round. Not bad, Scott. Also, I was excited when I saw this, when I plotted this one out, because Notre Dame could avenge the loss against Miami and then be up against Penn State again in the second round and beat Penn State, only to then have to play a not good Alabama team, like a team that fans in Alabama want to run the coach and the AD out of the school. I like the path. I like the path because I feel like Alabama could upset Georgia just because it's one of them freaky things that could happen.
Yeah.
And then Notre Dame ends up losing to Ohio State again in the national championship in a year when people don't want Notre Dame to even make the playoffs.
Mike, is this a safe space?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. I feel like as I'm getting older and the deck rather is getting stacked more and more in favor of the Big Ten and the SEC specifically, I feel like I'm softening my stance on Notre Dame. And I find myself when looking at this and you like laying out like the possibilities, I'm like, I think I'm here for this. I think I want this to happen because if the NCAA and college football just in general, like if the powers that be are just going to stack the deck to where they're just like, hey, look, all we want is we just want Big Ten and SEC teams. I want whoever is on the outside of that to be the ones to knock them down. So let's fucking go, man. Like I don't like myself for it. But here I am, man. Like whoever's outside of that bubble, I'm rooting for. So if it's Notre Dame, then so fucking be it.
I've been waiting like nearly 20 years to hear you say words like that.
I know. And younger me would be so disappointed. And I say younger me, but like 2 years younger would be so disappointed. But here we are.
Gabe giving you a yes, Greg. Jesse saying hate support is still support.
We have common enemies, so
there's a couple things going for me here, though, right? Not just the common enemies. It's also that Marcus Freeman's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like,
made him
they've brought me in with Marcus Freeman, man. They've got to keep that. I mean, the tie hate like tarnished them for a little longer because it was like, oh, you gave a shot, but it wasn't a real shot, and you made sure you ran him off. Like it was like, oh, well, that was never going to work because it's Notre Dame, but. I think there's legit like love and like circling around here, Marcus Freeman, and it's hard not to like Marcus Freeman if you have eyeballs. I mean, he's a good looking guy on top of all that, like, and his wife, hot damn. So yeah, I mean, let's go, man.
I still don't know. I don't even know what to do. Do we end the show? Is Craft Brewed Sports done? Because I've accomplished my goal. I've accomplished my goal.
No. Hold on. Because you would really like, I think that it would be the final show. We'd have to Lee Corso shut it down. If I was like, you know what? The BCS was the right way to do it. Then, you're right. Then everything would be done. We would officially come full circle. I was like, you know what? The BCS had it right.
Not that bad. And you know what? Scott, I'm telling you, mark my words.
I know.
Timestamp this right now. We're an hour and minutes and 16, 17, 18 seconds into this show. This season, people are going to start saying 12 teams is too much. It's too much because Notre Dame should be done. They should be eliminated. They are not going to be eliminated. They're going to win 10 straight. They're going to be 10-2. They're going to be sitting right there. And there's going to be a choice to be made between some team, like, some 2-loss team that has better wins than Notre Dame and Notre Dame's money. And what are they going to pick? Notre Dame's money. Like the Notre Dame, if it comes down to Notre Dame and another 2-loss team, Notre Dame is getting that
100% of the time.
Every single time. And when that happens, 12's too many. 12. So we gotta bring this down a little bit.
We gotta tighten this up.
Not expansion. All this talk about expansion. There's gonna be fans. I'm not saying that the teams will do this or the conferences. Fans will be like, it's too many. We need to go back down.
This is jump the shark.
Can we get 4?
Like, I was gonna say, they're gonna be like, you know what? We need a system where the top 2 teams just come together and play each other in the finals. I think that's where we're at now. It's like, it's gone too far.
Pretty clear who the top 2 teams are every year. Like they separate themselves pretty much. Like we should just have them.
Honestly though, it would make total sense. It's the same thing that happened with cable. Man, cable sucks. It'd be nice to have an option where you just pick a la carte. And now we're like, it would be great. This is all in one place. So it's only right that we're going to circle back around and be like, the computers had it right.
This will be the year it starts. I'm telling you.
Maybe that's how it all happens. Maybe at that exact moment that we realize that the computers were right with the BCS, they become sentient and Terminator actually comes true. Like all of that, everything happens and I'm here for this. Skynet becomes aware the day that we admit the BCS was correct.
I welcome it. And what's going to have to happen, and I understand that this is what will cause, because if Notre Dame gets in at 2 losses and then makes a run to the national championship again, then people are going to be like, well, they shouldn't have been in, but they made the run and they beat these teams, so you got to give them credit. It's Notre Dame has to get in and then lose badly in the first round for people to then start claiming we got too many. We can't put teams in like this anymore. This is crazy. A couple of things from the comment section here. Jesse's saying Marcus Freeman's got a great barber, solid edge.
So good, man. So good. Like he looks like he's got a fresh haircut every time I see him.
Every time.
He got edged up the minute before I saw him. He was
time. Giving the pregame talk, getting edged up. Like that's how crisp his hair is. I'm
not gonna lie, it's bad when I'm like, his wife is hot, but like, look at him. Like, he's
a good looking dude. Not saying I would, but if I had to,
you wouldn't even have to put a gun to my head.
You could do worse, right?
100%.
Thanks. Saying ND winning would be the most Christian thing in college football. Biscuit says Greg supporting ND just made Lou Holtz do the biggest spit take ever. That was my Lou Holtz spit take. Disgusting.
The wins will come.
Gabe said Lou had to ride in the Charlie Weiss golf cart this weekend.
Oh, God.
And then Tank said Greg comes out when Scott gives OWG take. All right.
Greg is a Notre Dame fan. Tried and true. Scott's always just been the hater that's bubbled to the surface.
God, I can't get to the clip. I wanted to hit you with the God bless you. Go Irish. Couldn't scroll to it.
God bless you. Go Irish.
There it is.
I got you back.
The dismissive, like, oh, God, I know you want to hear. Yeah, God bless you. All right, I was gonna we'll do this real quick story. Theo Vaughn got interviewed on the sidelines of the Vanderbilt game. Vanderbilt's like actually good after Clark Lee took over there. They're actually like a decent team now, which is crazy. So Theo Vaughn, who lives in Nashville, was at the Vanderbilt game on the sidelines. Sideline reporter was interviewing him, and he made a joke about how Vanderbilt's quarterback, Diego Pavia, said that if Vanderbilt beat South Carolina, then Theo Vaughn gets to go out with his mom. And then Vanderbilt beat South Carolina. So Theo Vaughn is now saying, I'm taking out Diego Pavia's mom. Like I'm taking her out. I've always wanted to marry a nurse. She's a nurse. I'm going to be his stepfather. So that's just a thing that happened this week. That's where we're at in our college football broadcast. Is you got comedians that used to be on MTV talking about how they're going to take the starting quarterback's mom out on a date if they win the game. And then
all right.
Let's talk basketball.
Boom shakalaka!
It's 32.
Here's Blake. Let's cut to a clip. This flew under the radar this week, but this story happened, and I'm blown away by how nobody gives a shit about this. But the NCAA announced penalties or investigations into 13 NCAA college basketball players.
This is wild.
For gambling, like betting on their games, betting
a ring
teams against their teams, betting on prop bets, giving information to other gamblers to bet. 13 different players. I think it was 6 different schools. Eastern Michigan, Temple, Arizona State, New Orleans, North Carolina A&T, and Mississippi Valley State. All of those schools, the NCAA has said none of the schools will face any punishments. They say the schools didn't know this was the players acting independently, doing it themselves. But whoa, dude, 13 college basketball players just out here Pete Rose in the shit out of college basketball, man.
I didn't know what to think when I read this story. Like the headline came across and I had to do a double take. I'm like, does that really say 13? And then I'm reading this and I'm like, how are these 13 players coordinating? And then I look at the schools and I'm like, they're all like nothing schools except for Arizona State's thrown in there. So like it wasn't just limited to like, your AAA programs or whatever. You had one big time program sneak in there. After all that, it was just like, okay, it doesn't really matter. Nothing's really going to happen. The schools didn't know. And all right, guys, have a good day. That was the equivalent of it. It's just like, here's this big old thing that you think is a major, like, super issue. And then the NCAA is like, there's really nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal.
It's a huge issue. So here's the statement from the NCAA, quote, while the facts and alleged behaviors in each case vary, they include student athletes betting on and against their own teams, sharing information with third parties for purposes of sports betting, knowingly manipulating scoring or game outcomes, and or refusing to participate in the enforcement staff's investigation. That obviously is getting thrown in because they're like, look, I ain't saying shit. I'm not telling you a damn thing. I'm not giving you my phone. You don't even know my name. Like, that part is not that big of a deal. But manipulating outcomes, betting against your own team. Basically, what they're saying here is they were throwing games. Like, this is Chicago Black Sox level of scandal here. And granted, it doesn't get the star power, right? It's not the Dukes or the North Carolinas of the world. But if it's happening at the small schools, we're just not catching it at the big school.
And not only that, this is what our fourth gambling player story between the what's going on in Cleveland with the Guardians that happened. You had the NBA issue that got brought up right out of the gates, and now you've got this. Like,
wasn't it happening in Iowa too, or Iowa State? Like, the football team was caught up in a gambling investigation. Look, I love placing a parlay. I love like sitting down and making myself interested in games that I normally wouldn't care about because I've got, $5 riding on it and could potentially bring home 25.
Miller for 3. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
Nope. Premature.
This motherfucker, is he serious?
Premature. That's a premature overtime drop. You premature shot the overtime load. That's uncalled.
It is, especially from the bench. Like,
and then he logged out. He hit it and logged out. He prematurely shot and then dipped. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This man is messing up the show on a night that he's not on the show.
I looked down, I was like, wait a minute, there's no way. And I'm like, yeah, sure enough, it says 9:28. He's not even close.
Got him. No, you didn't get me. You broke the rules, Jack. That's not how this game goes. I was setting Scott up. I knew exactly what time it was. I was vamping, and then I was going to throw it into his lap so that as soon as he opened up his mouth, boom.
Oh, well, good to know you were gonna son of a bitch me, but that's fine.
Damn right I was.
And I was gonna fall for it too.
Yeah,
God
you were. You didn't know what time it was.
No, I had looked, but you set me up well.
Mookie Jenkins. Tank said, hitting us with the unexpected thumb. Consent matter.
Oh my God.
Biscuit saying he thought Sean Miller coached at Arizona, not Arizona State. And then Jesse saying Mookie Skeletor laughing.
Yes. 100%.
Probably get a picture of later. Just a Mookie shitter pic that'll come through to the group chat. Scott, look, I know, like I said, these are smaller schools that's kind of flown under the radar, but does this start to undermine like sports betting in general? Like,
no, yeah, I know. That's sports in general. Like now I don't know, because like I said, we're talking about this has happened in multiple sports at multiple different levels now with college and the pros. I mean, I don't think that everything is compromised, but what we're finding out after the fact, it's like, how much isn't compromised? Like really, truly. How much isn't compromised? Because if you've got two random, like just whatever pitchers for Cleveland doing, and then kind of just a whatever guy in the NBA, but then you've got 13 kids at 6 different schools, like it gets to a point that, like you said, okay, it has to be more rampant and guys just aren't getting caught. So what's real anymore is the unfortunate part. And I guess I was naive. I guess I didn't realize, because I heard the arguments like, hey, once sports betting and gambling becomes, just open season, like this is more likely to happen. And I'm like, nah, guys just aren't going to mess up their livelihood. Like they're just not that stupid. They've seen what's happened, but clearly they either don't give a fuck or there is just too much money to be made in doing it that they're not worried about the punishment.
That's the part, because I thought naively that we didn't have to worry about this because of NIL. My thought process was, why are you going to risk the bag to make a couple extra $100 by hitting your under in a game and possibly being exposed, getting blackballed from the sport? Like, nobody's dumb enough. Now you're making some money. I would get it if we didn't have NIL, because it's like, well, yeah, I'm trying to get some money up in here, but you've got NIL. And I guess maybe you could argue that some of these schools are smaller, but Eastern Michigan's got NIL money. Temple's got NIL money. Arizona State's got NIL money. Like, it might not be the same as these guys that are making $4 million a year, but it's NIL money to, a guy who's probably not going to the league. Like, it's crazy. Sorry, I didn't mean to bore you with my.
Sorry, fuck. I was really hoping you would just let it go, but
No, I gotta address that because you tried so hard to hold it in.
I did. I was like, I'm good. I got this.
And in fairness, I threw the curveball at you. I put you on camera all show. We've never really done this where we're on camera all show. We always do like the switching back and forth, and it makes it easier. But like I was like, fuck it, let's go. No Mookie, let's go.
No, I'm good with this. I realize I'm fine.
And the
motherfucker, I had to squeeze in a yawn. Get fucked.
Just saying, like that hurts.
Hey, what can I say? The pumpkin pie sours really got into you, boy. I don't know.
Jesse said, "Sip Chug Drainpour, Super Bowl pregame, kids sports, or NAIA college basketball." He just Mookie Jenkins the show here. Drainpour. But let's do it. Let's go down this rabbit hole. I am going to sip kids sports because I realized this weekend that I cheer at a U10 soccer game like I would if I was sitting in the 50-yard line of the Super Bowl. I lost my goddamn mind this weekend as my son was playing.
I lost it too.
I did lose it. I lost it a lot. So I'm sipping that. I'm gonna go ahead and chug NAIA college basketball because at least it's basketball, and I am drain pouring the Super Bowl pregame because I don't need 8 hours of breaking down the game that I'm going to watch later on. I would rather just watch the game.
I think I'm with you. I don't think I'm going to change a single thing because all I could think about is the first thing I was drain pouring is the Super Bowl pregame.
God.
It like even if it's your team, it's just ad nauseum. There's only so much they can say, and it goes on forever. And they start talking themselves in like either in circles or into things that it's just like, all right, you guys are just talking. So I definitely got to drain pour that.
Pregame shows starting Saturday, 8 p.m.
Yeah, and then they're saying the same thing when they come on the air as they are like 2 minutes before it finally kicks off. It's like, so what are your final thoughts? I'm gonna go with what I said the minute we started our broadcast almost 24 hours ago. And they're like, okay, thanks. So nothing meant anything in between there. Yeah, so that's got to go. And I, as a dad too, it's like I'm gonna sip the kids' sports and chug the college basketball.
It's the only correct answer here. All right, one more quick story before we get out of here. Peacock announced that they are doing something different this year with their NBA coverage. They're trying to shake.
They're starting it on Christmas like everybody else when the NBA actually starts. That would be something revolutionary. We're not going to televise anything until the NBA officially starts on Christmas Day.
Imagine if that was their bargaining. Like, all right, listen, Adam, here's what we're prepared to offer this amount. However, our coverage does not start until Christmas Day. We'll leave it. But no, they are doing something different where they want to get more insights and closer to the action. So they're going to have Noah Eagle at the play-by-play desk, like at the table courtside in the center. But then color commentary guys and analysts are going to be at the ends sitting next to the bench. And the whole point is they're supposed to listen in and hear what's happening on the bench and what's happening in the huddle and be able to provide more in-depth analysis into your NBA games based on what they're hearing in the huddles and during timeouts. Scott, exciting moves for the broadcast team. This is huge. This changes everything.
I'm fucking out.
It changes everything, Scott. What are you talking about?
Like what could this possibly add to the broadcast that we haven't had since the Ahmad Rashad days when he was all up MJ's ass?
Look, I cannot wait for the Lakers broadcast where we get out of a timeout. We go, okay, let's throw it over to our analyst over here listening to the Lakers bench. Tell us what's going on. LeBron's pissed. He's pissed because Luka's taking the ball. LeBron wants the ball. Luka said, hey, old man, this is my team now. And LeBron's mad, and we're going to see how that plays out on the court. I can't wait for it, man.
I feel like that goes for like the commentary on any of these teams. Like, hey, so the two alpha dogs on this team, they did some things. They're doing some more things, and then the other guys are just kind of standing around hoping to be part of it. Back to you.
Back to you.
Like, it's the same for every NBA team, I feel like. What dynamic or more interesting, exciting things could we possibly learn from a guy who's sitting on the bench kind of near the action?
That's my favorite part, is he's like nearby. Like I picture him like with the old like megaphone to the ear, like listening in, trying to hear what the
I mean, legit, there will be spectators who have paid for better seats that are directly behind what's ever happening in the huddle, where these guys are like 20 feet off to the right or left. There's missing some of those things potentially.
There's normally a cameraman right there. We hear the coach say it because the cameraman is just like over somebody's shoulder listening in. There's a boom mic operator sitting there with the big fuzzy microphone like hanging over the coach's head, and we're going to listen to that, and then the analysis is going to be given based on what we just heard. Game changing. Thank you, Peacock. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that we have this wonderful insight to look forward to next season.
Well, I know Peacock, at least for their baseball coverage, like, they get the rocks off on throwing out like extra just graphics on the screen. Like that's their allure to the broadcast. It's like, hey, look at this. This gimmick is not it. Go back to the drawing board for your gimmick.
It's like LeBron just told Bronny to shut up and we'll talk at home. Biscuit said Tom Brady's going to buy a stake in the Lakers and listen to the basketball huddle with headphones and pass it down to the coach. All right, let's talk about these beers we were drinking tonight.
Imagine that if LeBron was just like, hey, Brady, shut the fuck up before I tell you mama. That's what we get.
I'm here for that. Let's talk about these beers we were drinking. As always, we rate them on Caesar scale, dog or no dog. Scott, what was in your mug tonight, dog or no dog?
Okay, I gotta be truthful when it comes. Tonight I was drinking Urban Artifacts Jack. They're pumpkin pie sour, and It's fine, but it is not a dog.
Oh no!
It never quite came around. I can see where they're going for it. I just think that pumpkin pie is too complex of a flavor profile to get into a sour, and I don't know if it wasn't enough of like the cinnamon and nutmeg to kind of like push it over, but trying to be everything, it just kind of falls flat on nothing. And I go back to my assessment. It kind of tastes like when you're scooping the guts out of a pumpkin. If you were just to put that in your mouth, it just tastes like pumpkin guts beer, like not really pumpkin pie. So not a dog. First time I'm disappointed in Urban Artifact, but it's okay because they've got a whole laundry list of beers that are really, really good. So first sour on this year-long sour journey that I've been on that I'm like, I don't think I would seek it out.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah,
Mine was good. Mine was real good.
Dude, I'm so mad. Yours sounds so great.
Out of order, Liberty Cheesecake Shake, 5% ABV from Rar Brewing in Cambridge, Maryland. Absolute dog. It tastes like pretzels. A lot of cherry, a lot of lactose. Really, really, really good beer. Scott, we recovered nicely after how this show started because this was a show. And it started off and it had the potential to be a show, but it ended up being a show, man. We did the thing today.
I also enjoyed, I know that Robert pointed it out earlier. No, it was not planned that we would do the spy versus spy, but I will say that I I originally had the black hat on. And when I noticed like moments before we went live, I'm like, wait a minute. He's got a black t-shirt on and a black hat, and I've got a white t-shirt on. Hold on, let me switch to the white hat. I switched to the white hat like as Mike was loading up the intro because I thought, perfect juxtaposition. Black and crayon, opposite, looking good.
Well, thank you, Scott.
I needed this, man. Thank you. I needed this.
It was a good time, man. And thanks to all of you in the comment section for hanging out with us, enjoying some laughs. This was a good time. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube. Tell a friend. We're trying to grow this channel, so tell a friend. Have them hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, so they know when we post new videos or go live. You can join in the fun in the comment section. You can follow us on all the socials at Craft Brewed Sports, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. The Facebook group is still there. Matt Stanton's still in there doing his mental health check-ins in there. We've got the Discord servers. You can find us on Discord, as Mookie would say. We missed Mookie tonight. It's definitely a different vibe without Mookie here. But I did love that he was still able to train wreck the show. So love you, Mook. Thank you for that. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
They can't hold me down with fascism. Release the files!
Scott, you're going to have to play a Lou clip. I can't get to it.
Oh, shit. Hold on. I got you. Oh. Damn it. I picked the wrong one.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on.
Release them.